Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's episode of The Thing About Birth. Each episode I will dive into a different topic relating to birth, pregnancy, hypnobirthing and parenting. Keep an eye out for special Q&A episodes, guest episodes and relaxation episodes. Thank you to those who have liked, shared, subscribed, watched and listened so far. It really means the world to me. Enjoy! Hi everybody. Believe it or not, this is my 4th or 5th attempt at recording this because I am just so tired that I just feel like I'm talking nonsense. So I'm gonna try and make this a little bit more concise because this is the best opportunity I have to record this this week. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, yes, I am sitting in my pyjamas and dressing gown because I'm now actually 37 weeks pregnant and really just want to be comfortable. So I'm 37 weeks pregnant now, but this is my 32 to 36 week update because I've been doing them in chunks of 4 weeks. I was meant to do it last week, but I just didn't get the chance to do it, so I'm doing it now. I think as well that this is probably going to be my last one for a while because between not having very much energy and not knowing when the baby comes, I don't know when else I would get another one done. I don't want the pressure of having to schedule in recording time, editing time and things like that when I'm not sure, you know, what's going to happen. So thank you for joining me for this one today. And just to say, like, thank you so much for everybody that's followed, like, subscribed, and just been on this journey with me so far. And my plan is for it to return in the new year when I come back from maternity leave, but I haven't decided when that will be yet. So I'm just going to crack straight on with it today, and I'm probably going to keep it a little bit short because, like I say, 4 or 5 attempts so far in recording this, and I don't want to give up and have to try and schedule the time in at another point. Between the last sort of 4 weeks, there's not been a lot going on, to be honest. I had a midwife appointment at around 32 weeks, which was fairly straightforward, and then I had another one just this weekend gone, so just towards the end of my 36 weeks, where we went through my birth plan, and she was very happy with my birth plan. She gave me a couple of things extra to consider that I hadn't thought about, but otherwise, you know, she was pleased, and she just told me a couple of bits that I might need to speak to the consultant about, so that was very useful. But otherwise, you know, again, everything was fine. My blood pressure, everything that she checks was absolutely fine, and I've got one more towards the end of this month, actually on my birthday. I've had 2 more trips to the pregnancy assessment unit for similar things to before. Everything was absolutely fine, although the last trip that I had there, the baby, it did take a while to pick up a good trace on the baby, but I think it was the placement of the monitor itself, and then they did manage eventually, and they were very happy once they did. So that was fine. I'd been getting a sensation that I thought was just the baby like stretching up into my sort of ribs, but while I was on the monitor I got that sensation and it picked up as like uterine activity, which is usually sort of contractions and things like that. So I'm now taking it that that's Braxton Hicks. I thought that I had experienced Braxton Hicks before with my other 2, but I've never felt sensations like this before, and it's a really interesting sensation that makes me a little bit, not quite breathless, but like I can't like quite catch my breath, and my bump goes like really rock hard. So I'm getting those quite regularly, and sometimes, you know, quite a few close together, but they're not painful or anything like that. And when I'm getting them, I'm just trying to mindfully practice my breathing with them, and that seems to be working quite nicely. So, but like I say, they're not painful and they don't last very long. I've had another private physio appointment and that went really well. She's absolutely lovely. We went through, so I think I might have pelvic girdle pain. It's not too bad, it's just, it is very uncomfortable. So we went through some tips and advice for that, and my sleeping, and She also specialises in pelvic floor, so we went through some pelvic floor exercises, and that was really useful because it turns out that while I haven't been doing them wrong, she recommends a different way of doing them that she feels is better. So hopefully a combination of what she's recommended and what I've been doing will go a long way. And as always, she ended it with a lovely pregnancy massage, physio-led pregnancy massage. So I've got another one of those booked in, I think for next week, or it might be the week after. So I'm really looking forward to that. I had another growth scan. Now, it was originally booked for a little bit later in October, but they brought it forward because of the reduced movements. And it was absolutely fine. The scan itself showed that the baby's weight or the baby's growth has dropped a little bit, but not in an alarming way because they were already measuring quite big. And their predicted weight at that point was around £5.4. Now, these scans can be inaccurate. I think they've got a 15 to 20% level of sort of inaccuracy either side of whether or not they're measuring big or small. The baby is now within what they class as normal range though, so they were just kind of teetering on that red line, and now they're back where they'd like them to be. So I have another scan at the end of this month, and we'll see what that one brings. As my bump has continued to grow, the skin on my bump is really itchy, so I'm trying to be very conscious about not itching it, and I've got nice cream to put on it, but of course it's easier said than done. And sort of towards the 36-week point, I feel like the baby has started to really drop and get low. So I definitely can feel sensations sort of down towards my cervix that I couldn't feel before. But just like there's a heavy feeling there, and I feel like I've got space higher up that I didn't have before. The midwife did confirm at my appointment at the weekend that they are low, but she didn't say that they were engaged or anything, but hopefully they're on their way to getting where they need to be. At the scan, it was head down, which is great. I mean, it's been head down pretty much the whole time, but it's just great that it's still head down. And I've now started doing things like eating dates every day, drinking raspberry leaf tea. I'm starting to try and express colostrum, but I've only just started that, so it can take a while for that to really start working. I have done it in the past with my second child, and I'm really hoping that it'll build up nicely. Anything else? I was meant to go to a breastfeeding workshop, but that got cancelled, but I did speak to the midwives on the phone, and they gave me some really great tips and advice about about the expressing colostrum, but also about good nipple shields to buy. So I said that I would keep this one a bit shorter. I'm sorry that it's short when it's my last episode for a while, but really there hasn't been an awful lot going on. Baby's been moving about lots, and yeah, we're just trying to be prepared as possible and do as much as we can to get ready. So there will still be some things going out on my socials for a little while, but not loads. But I'll be popping some little updates on there, and then once the baby's here, at some point, of course, there'll be an update then. But I really want to practice a kind of lying in period with this one, because I've never really done that before. And so that means that I won't be rushing to kind of see people or be on my phone lots or anything like that. I'm just going to be focusing on me and baby, and of course my other two children as well. And so that's that. So I'll see you and speak to you after the baby's born at some point. It won't be till next year, not that the baby will be born, that I will be back recording. I don't know when, but the best way to keep up to date with any news is to sign up for my newsletter. So if you pop to my Instagram page, the link is in my bio for that, and that's usually where my updates go first. So thank you for joining me, for listening. I'm sorry that it has not been the most interesting episode, but I'm just really tired. So I will see you all again soon, and thank you for being there. Thank you so much for listening today. Please, if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, and leave a 5-star rating. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Ashley Nicole Hypnobirthing, and sign up for my monthly mailing list, The Thing About Birth, where you'll also get a free birth plan template and writing guide. See you next time!